Lex Talks.
In this video, I'm going to cover two different facets of what I mean by that. One, romantically, and the other is familial, or not necessarily from just familial, but love in general, right? The love we give people. Because what spawned this video wasn't a romantic sense of this sentence, but I think it applies to everything, right? When it comes to romance, sometimes we should accept that your love won't always be enough for the person that you love, and that's okay, because it should be enough for yourself. You know, it's best to accept that now and get it out the way. Don't ever expect your love to fulfill someone forever. Not in the modern sense of completely satisfying every women fancy a person might have just because you exist. Life really isn't so simple. People are meant to expand and grow, and sometimes that growth might mean that they need to leave you behind. As painful as that might be, don't ever regret the love you've given, because we're all supposed to love for the sake of love itself, you know, not for the reward at the end of the tunnel, you know, what we're gonna get and how things didn't go right. That's not the focus of it. Sometimes things don't pan out as you expect them to, and that's okay, because you never know what else life has in store for you. You might meet another person, or you might get to know yourself a little bit better and learn how strong you really are. Sometimes you might try to give someone your all, you know, to satisfy their needs, but needs are like a bottomless well. It'll never end, and you'll always have to give more and more to the next person. So give only what you can afford to give, and don't worry about whether it's returned properly or not. In general, people are fickle, you know. Needs are much like the masks we wear. They're here today, gone tomorrow. Yeah, you fulfill the need that's, you know, in the front of what someone's asking you, but you never know what's hidden behind that. You know, it might just be like whack-a-mole. You whack one and now there's another, because sometimes if a person's not going to be satisfied with you, maybe they're just not satisfied with, it's not even you, it's themselves, and they don't know it, because we become a reflection of everything around us. That's why you can't really take everything too personal, because not everything is really about you, even when the person in front of you says it's about you. A lot of people don't really think about their subconscious and how they vibe certain scenarios, how they reflect or not reflect, project onto other people. So sometimes we become a victim of these projections, and it's never enough for the next person. You do everything you can, and it's like, bro, like, you end up being drained, and the person is still trying to blame you for something. So, you know, please never fall into that trap, guys, because that can get really toxic really quick. No one's perfect, but, you know, just try to watch out. And if you find yourself being the person who's never satisfied, you gotta ask yourself, why? And what am I really expecting from this person? You know? And what do I really want out of this? But that's not the main focus of this video. I just figured I'd cover it because it kind of goes in line with what I'm saying. The meat and potatoes, though, the meat and potatoes is you're never gonna be able to love your loved ones enough. There's never gonna be a point where you say, you know what, I've loved them enough, and if they die today, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with not hanging out with them again because, well, we hung out the appropriate amount.
Not to interrupt, but as I'm playing this back, I realized not everybody might feel that way. I think it was an overgeneralization to say everyone might feel this way, but at the very least, that's how I feel some others would feel.
Just enough for things to be right. But I don't really think a lot of people are going to feel that way for someone they truly love, because it's never enough. You'll always want to see them again. You'll always want to visit them again. And that's what I mean by that. It's not enough to quell the pain of the loss you know is pending when you die one day. Not enough to quell the times you feel like you failed because of your short-sighted impatience and your attitude of your teenage years. Really, I'm speaking to myself, you know, but that's okay. Because all you can do is love them while they're here, you know. You can't really regret what you didn't get to do. And you can't overthink what you're gonna do. You just have to do with the time that you're given. Sometimes I fear that I don't love my mom enough and spend, you know, enough time with her. And that pushes me to want to spend more time with her and get to know her more. There's a lot to her story that I don't know, because sometimes we just know people as the role they serve in our lives, you know? I know mom is mom, but not mom as, like, you know, her, you know, who she is, who her story from her perspective, you know? But no matter how many times I feel I failed in that area, you know, I have to reconcile with the fact that I can't really take back the time I've wasted, or the times as a teenager I wrongly said I hate her over some stupid shit. You know, I can't erase my sins, but I have to forgive myself for what I did, you know, or what I didn't do right, you know, and simply make things right from here on out, even if I can never fully right my wrongs. I'll live my life trying to be there in the moments that are right. And I said right a lot, but it really conflicts with when I said that I can't erase my sin. But I think that paradox is what makes us human, right? You can't fix the past and you can't make it right, but doesn't it mean something for you to try nonetheless? You know? For you knowing that there's no point, but still you want to make something right of it. So you do the right thing now. Or like I saw in this YouTube video, well, it was a YouTube short. Somebody commented at Barry Hyuk. They said, just because your dreams can't be achieved, that doesn't mean that there's shame in pursuing it. This is a quote they heard in their dream. And I really do think that dreams are linked to the spiritual realm. But, you know, what do I know? But this could be a message, you know, not just for Barry, but for all of us, because Barry shared it. And that's how things, you know, turn out sometimes. To me, what this really means in this context is that just because your love won't always be enough, that doesn't mean that you should shy away from giving it either. Whether it's to your partners, people in general after you've been scorned, or the people that you failed and you feel like, damn, I can't correct it. So if someone you love asks to see a movie or asks to spend time with you, do it. You won't always have the chance to say yes another day, you know. We're here today and gone tomorrow. And when it comes to your past love affairs gone wrong, don't regret the love you've given. Because every step of the way you grew as a person and watered the plant called life. Do what you can to love those around you, and if you faltered, know that you were never meant to be perfect anyways. The point is simply to do what you can with the time you've been given. I love you guys. Be well. Peace.